So maybe you found some things in your home which you can tell are wasting heat. Maybe you were able to touch a charger from a mobile phone or a laptop and you could feel the heat that was being wasted. And we also use a spinner like this as a way of detecting hot air rising and wasted heat. And what we're going to do now is help you to make something that was basically a toy, a spinner, but that can also, if you like, be used to see if you can find hot air rising, heat being wasted in your home. To do that, you'll need one of these, a picture of a snake that you can print off from our website. And I suspect that you could do a great deal better job than me of colouring this in so it's really beautiful. I'm just going to colour mine in a little bit. I'm going to make his tongue red. And maybe I'll colour the eyes in as well. So there we go, but as I say, you could decorate him with amazing patterns or scales or anything you like. The next thing we need to do is cut him out. Now, to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is go around his big black outline. I'm using children's scissors, the same sort of thing you might have at home. If you are making one of these and cutting out, please be super careful. Make sure you're really careful with the scissors and that you don't cut yourself and that you've got a grown-up looking after you, making sure that you're safe all the time. This is quite a tricky bit of cutting out, really. So to start with, I'm just cutting out his basic outline. I'm going around his head now. I'm just getting his tongue cut out. Okay, so now you can see I've got the main shape of my snake cut out, and now I'm going to very carefully cut along this line here, this spiral going in towards the centre. And now I hope you can really see a 3D shape of a snake emerging. Okay, can you see my spirally, snaky shape? Now the other thing you're going to need is a piece of thread, and you're going to need a needle. So this is a place where you may need help from a grown-up. And my thread's got a knot in the end. And I'm just going to, with my needle, thread it through the tail of my snake and pull it just so that it rests on the knot that I made. I'll take my needle away and put that somewhere safe. So now I've got a kind of a spiral. And we call this a convection spiral, and it's a way of detecting heat that rises. I can blow it like a windmill, but we can also make it spin by hot air rising, just like my little windmill here. I'll switch my light bulb box on and try and get some hot air rising to help us with that. And we'll just wait for everything to get hot. And we'll just dangle him over the bulbs and see whether the hot air rising can cause him to rotate. And we can see that although he doesn't rotate as fast as the spinner we had before, he does just spin a little bit because of the rising hot air. And that's the convection, the rising of the hot air from the wasted energy from this light bulb down here and from the other light bulbs in my box. So I hope you get a chance to make a snaky spinner like this, maybe after you finish watching this video. And I also hope you've enjoyed learning with us about light bulbs. We really have seen lots and lots of light bulbs in this workshop, and we've seen that they can be made out of different materials. We remember learning about a light bulb where there's a wire, a twisty wire, and the electricity flows down it till it gets really hot. And when it's really hot, it starts to glow and give out light. In this light bulb in the middle, the electricity flows through a gas, and that's how light is given out. And lastly, we have our light-emitting diodes here, our LED bulbs. In these special crystals, when electricity flows through them, light can be given out without there needing to be heat given out. And that's why these LED bulbs waste a lot less energy, which is great because it means if we are still burning fuels to make electricity, we'll use less of them and we'll make less of that nasty carbon dioxide, which might make our planet warm up. I hope you've learnt a lot today about all of that, and I've really enjoyed telling you a little bit about the kind of materials we work on here in Cambridge. Thanks a lot for listening, and bye for now.